Alright everybody, welcome back to some more Sercacraft. It is I, Xilestar, and today, we're not doing any more of the science stuff. So hooray for that. So a lot of things have happened off screen, of course, is for other stuff, so not really gonna get anywhere. Just in case I didn't say this during the last time that I was recording, I'm feeling much better now, so no coughing, hooray for that. And of course, for the most part, the ship is pretty much mostly done in terms of the signs, except for, of course, the barrels, because I still have these farming ones that I need to put away. And there's also the, what's it called? Ooh, what is it called? Oh, right, that's for creative mode stuff. What is it called again? What is it? It's the... I think there's shulker boxes down here. I haven't really had much time to play on Sercacraft, unfortunately. So I think I still have to empty out these bad boys. Yeah, I haven't really had much time to work on this. I might try and get some done over the week, but I might not have enough time to go do that. So yeah, so a few things that I wanted to kind of update you guys on because of the fact that you guys will be seeing these videos before those ones. So because I ran out of Sercacraft videos, so you'll be definitely seeing this right off the bat. So first of all, uh, hopefully this will happen the way that I'm thinking it should. I'm hoping that we will have a fantastic time for it. So the idea, or the thing I wanted to say was that excuse me. Okay, so the thing I wanted to talk about was that my Oblivion mod that I've been working on behind the scenes, I've been doing a lot of work on it, and it is getting very much well finished, pretty much. I should have gone down. I should have stayed up there, so we could go to the bed. But yeah, so like a lot of work has been done, so we'll be able to see at least that work when we're done with the Shivering Isles. We're close to being done. There's about maybe one more session of it left, I think, and then that's it. We're done. It's over. We can continue onward with what we were doing. The plan that I have is that while I did say during the very beginning of the series that every 5 levels that our character goes up, we will be doing a quest mod. However, or I think I just said a mod, but just in case I did say a quest mod, we're going to be changing it this time because I'm going to count the Shivering Isles towards being a faction to be done. By the way, I'm just going to journey around the world so that we're not stuck in Arcanic since we've been there for like 2 sessions already. Let's go and enjoy the world. So yeah, so since we've just finished the Shivering Isles, or we're about to be finished, I want to sort of use that as the quest mod, and then after that, I want to use something to show at least a little bit of what I'm working on. It's not going to be one-to-one, but it's going to kind of show you guys exactly what's going on. So at the very least, everything will be finished. I just finished a majority of the work for a future update, so that would be awesome. But for the current one, I have just finished off, or the update that we will definitely see, because the update that I'm working on right now is we're definitely not going to see it for a long time. But the update that we're going to see not too long is mostly finished. I have added up all of the items in the vanilla game to being a sigil stone in terms of their enchantments. So we will be able to go and use that. I haven't updated them. Oh, I haven't updated the models of the containers yet to the way that I wanted them to be. Yeah, it's fine. It's not going to take that long anyway. But it should be pretty much easy to do anyway. I've also changed how my mod sort of interacts with the other versions of my mod. So, like, if you've seen the first... Was it the first special? I'm not quite sure. It was one of the... I think it was the first Oblivion special. Not first Oblivion special, but, like, for the first Oblivion sort of channel special. I used a... I showed off all the different versions of my mod. Or my mod sort of in its progressive state, pretty much. So pretty much what I'm doing right now is I'm actually going to be merging all of them together. So that way, though, like if I want to use, let's say, the Battle Butler armor or clothing, pretty much, I can use it. It'll be attached to the mod version that we're going to be using way in the future. It might not even be during the modded playthrough. It might just be during what I was hoping to do later on, was return to Oblivion, let's say 2 years after we're done, or maybe after we're done End Roll, because that's the plan after we're done with the Oblivion modded playthrough. We'll do a few Oblivion mod playthroughs of different quests, and then we'll go do End Roll right after. I thought I saw more hay bales. So yeah, so once it's done, we'll definitely go and I'll definitely go and show off what I've been doing with that. The other thing that I wanted to sort of talk about for the Oblivion mod is that while the enchantments are technically done, its final location isn't done because I haven't really done any work on the lair or the hideout. Because, well, to be fair, for me to do the work on lair and hideout, I have to do everything by hand, and I really don't want to do it by hand. But, I mean, I'll still try and spend some time on doing it, but this week is definitely not going to be the week for it. Because something is coming out during the middle of this week. I'm hoping it's not going to be a repeat of last time that I was planning on it. So, hooray for that. So yeah, so that's mostly all the Oblivion stuff. I just literally about 2-3 minutes ago, I just finished off working on a huge chunk of the update for the most part, and I have learned my lesson to not mid-update during the modded playthrough, since that's kind of ruined our storage and we nearly lost every item. Because apparently what I do with the previous version is I don't bank them anymore. So I'm going to learn my lesson. So for the new one, I'm going to do that as we go along. And if you don't know what the new version is, in case you don't watch the Oblivion stuff, or in case I might have mentioned it, but you guys just don't remember, one of the versions of my mod of what I wanted to do was create a castle that would be representative of just like what happens if Drathis were evil and wanted or Archimus took over control from Drathis and sort of was the Dark King himself, pretty much. But the story is going to be slightly different because of, well, the story of how this place is going to be. So, hooray. Oh, is it still chat? I thought it had ending. Anyway. So yeah, so this new one is going to be sort of a different story. I'll try and put lore books around. It's not like I'm going to, like, distribute it or anything like that because I definitely don't have permission to go and do that. And plus, I wouldn't be able to, if that makes sense too, because it is using DLC assets. And as far as I am aware of, you cannot distribute a mod that has DLC assets. So, and mine will definitely be using it. There's the dogs. I was wondering where you guys were. So yeah, so like with all the DLC assets that I'm going to be using, we can't really be I can't really distribute it. But what the plan was going to be was that maybe I'll do it during the Nehrum one. I'm not quite sure. But one of the specials I wanted to do was about Nehrum, so I wanted to kind of do that as well. But maybe what I'll do instead is that while I will do it for Nehrum, during like for the description of the Nehrum video, what I'll do is I'll have it so though like it'll kind of like it'll have like a link that will direct you to all the different versions of not the different versions of the script, but like all the scripts that I'm currently using, with an explanation of what each individual thing is at the top of it, and it'll also give credits to anybody who has actually helped me. So that way, though, like they get the proper credit for what they did. Mind you, one of them you could already find on the Nexus anyway. It's just not the current version that I'm using. That's the only difference. But other than that, yeah, like there's one you can get on the Nexus already, but it's not like the version that I use. I can't remember if we updated it later on, but I don't know if he updated the version he put on the Nexus. Maybe not. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, you guys just kill sheep. There you go. Yeah, because I don't remember. Anyway, yeah. So if this new version becomes like more and more like I've already put so much work, I'm not going to give up on it. But yeah, I mean, if I would have given up halfway, I probably would have just said, you know what, I am just done with it. I'm just going to go and trash it and just say, nope, we're not going to bother. No. Anyway. Yeah, we're not going to bother with it anymore. We're just going to leave it alone, pretty much. So pretty much most of the work that I did throughout last week, was it last week or the week before? No, it was last week. So last week, I changed all of my everything pretty much to being, instead of beginning each and every one of the editor IDs with AXM, I changed it to 0AXM. I stopped. The reason why I did that was because I kept getting tired of having to type in AX in order to get to my scripts, so I'd rather just have them be 0. There's a few issues that I have with several things. So I want to ask somebody who's been helping me with making the scripts anyway, and I want to ask him like why this is happening, because some of the stuff doesn't make sense, but the other things, like I don't want to say they don't make sense, but like I don't understand because okay, so for some reason, for instance, my quests that I have, which I do have quests, I have the one in which that you'll interact with, and then I have like 4 other ones that you don't technically interact with, but they do exist. And for some reason, those quests won't save under the scripts for some reason. And I was trying to figure out why, because I know for a fact that quests can have a number in their editor ID. I've seen it on many mods before. But I'm wondering if it's because it has a variable. And that might be the reason why it doesn't exactly work. But I could be entirely wrong, though. There you go. So yeah, so I'm gonna try and get through that hopefully this week. Hopefully before something terrible happens again. Oh, you guys aren't hurt? Okay. There you go. So yeah, so the other things I found that wouldn't work is global variables, which confused me beyond belief, but I don't really care. And then the other thing that had to change, which I did find documentation of, was about persistent reference names.